We are in a shop that works on a lot of power sports stuff, and we got Chris here. Thank you so much for
no problem.
letting me do a tour on your cart and your box. So this here, the Snap-on. I love that color, Snap-on cart. You don't see very many that have that opening on the bottom there.
The main reason why I bought the whole cart. This one I've had for about 3 years now. For starters, I swapped these drawers actually. The top drawer was supposed to be the big drawer with the sockets, so I modulated it the way I wanted it to.
Oh, right on, yeah.
But my quick, easy stuff like my wrenches, my pliers, I have a problem with pliers or spanner wrenches. The best thing that Snap-on ever devised. They're Snap-on pistol grip, and they grip so good on anything. Bolt heads. Those are just a straight style, but they're made by Nipex. Some screws that are stuck on carburetors that most people round out.
Yeah.
Put a pair of pliers on those, crack it free, good to go. And then second drawer, which is all my metric, the standard, no slips, spark plugs.
So these are, you said no slips? I've never seen those.
Yeah, these are no slips by Matco. These things will go on about a 60%, maybe even more than that rounded bolt. I've used these on rounded out exhaust bolts, zipped them off with a breeze. I first didn't believe in them, and I tried them once, now I'm a believer, and now I got shallows and deeps.
Nice.
And then you can never go wrong with the Snap-on, the Snap-on, the Snap-on, the Snap-on when it comes to ratchets.
Yep.
A lot of people talk crap on these, but these short little guys right here are a godsend, especially if you're working with Volkswagens.
Oh, sweet.
But these guys are also fantastic. These are actually just geared towards power sports, just for tap hits and doing valve adjustments.
Oh, okay, right on.
Because you got that nice little angle than your regular ones that you can buy off the tool truck. This is also a pretty good guy to have. Yeah, he's a crow's feet, he's adjustable. I bought it mainly because the look of it. A lot of helicopter mechanics love these things. I figured out ways to use these things on so much stuff with these Can-Ams, these Polarises and stuff. It's fantastic. That's your axle nut socket. So on a lot of dirt bikes, they'll have just a recess in there. So you need like, a 22 millimeter Allen head.
Right on.
Not a lot of people have those.
Nice.
So those are nice to have just because it's like 4-in-1. Then my bearing drawer for right now, because I moved a bunch of electrical tools. I go from standard to metric on my Allens and my Torx. Now these guys, the ball ends, I've yet to find a Can-Am front dip that I can service without that.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, you just round them out all day long. Torx Plus right here, which is a nice little set. A lot of Rotax motors are going towards the Torx Plus. A lot of people don't notice it, and all of a sudden they're messing up fasteners, realizing when they're using just normal Torx.
Yeah.
Then everybody's got to have their Mac Tools freaking drill bits.
Are those lifetime warranty?
These are lifetime warranty all the way down to the smallest one.
Nice.
And then they even have the little hole saw that goes up to 7/8.
Nice.
And then my normal little impacts, go to the brushless. And right here, I'm gonna give a shout out to Mac. This is probably the best little bit kit you can buy from Mac. These are called the RBRTs. They'll grip your Torx.
Wow.
A lot better instead of spreading them out, it pulls them in. But this is without a doubt probably the one kit I use the most. And one of my favorite tools, especially when it comes to carburetors. Right there's your bits. Right here is your carburetor adjusting tool. Since a lot of the adjustments are straight up and down, you can't get in there with a normal screwdriver. So you pop one of your bits, or it can do a normal quarter drive, any bit, turn the back, and it just gives you that right angle, nice
no
little.
Kidding. That's cool.
And they're perfect. I mean, not just for power sports. I use this thing on a lot of under dashes, especially for GM.
Wow, that's cool.
And they work flawlessly.
Who makes that?
Motion Pro makes this. Then your standard little, little finger grabbers, spring hook. And doing what we do here, we do a lot of accessories and stuff like that. We got wiring galore, all the way to build our own harnesses. Going down, we got that guy. That's almost like the Chevy style connectors, motorcycle connectors, and then the good old Dulles connectors that you can never go wrong with. Always watertight, best things on the planet, they're just expensive. Then of course everybody has their rethreader. Yep. But let's face it, I want to say all of them are made by the same person. Then air saw, because we cut through a lot of plastic, a lot of $800 dashes.
Oh, geez.
Then my all-time favorite drill right here, the small body 1/2-inch chuck. Especially doing this kind of stuff, you're in some tight spots.
Oh yeah.
This was big when I did motorhomes, but this is a drill pump. Yeah, so you put a 3/8 drill right in here, non-impact. You have one bucket full of oil, the other one can go into wherever you want to go. You hit that button on that drill, it'll just start pumping it for you.
Dude, that's cool.
And it was real nice because motorhomes, especially the Class A's, you have an opening this big and your oil fills clear up here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be a lifesaver. Could that work for something more viscous, like a gear oil or something?
Mm-hmm. I've used it for gear oil, I've used it for transmission oil,
that's
power
cool.
steering. Got the good Mac ones on the deal and a good promo, but DeWalt, I use them time to time. I have more Milwaukee and Snap-on batteries than anything. Everybody with their dead blows and their hammers, all their big bing bangs that they like to have. This is one of my favorite ones that I built. This is a fuel pump that I took a Chevy Duramax lift pump. I wired that in, have it inline with a switch with a fuse, and I hook that up to a battery. All I gotta do is flip a switch and I can siphon out all the fuel I want out of snowmobiles, motorcycles, anything really. And then this one, that's the master terminal kit.
Whoa.
To actually tear down any terminal, any connector that you can find. We've used them for Mercedes, Audi, Chevy, Ford, Jaguar. And much like other people, I got me one of those air vacuums.
Oh, nice. You use that often?
A lot, especially when you get these side-by-sides coming in right after a ride. You got dirt, leaves, muck. Maybe they went hunting, you got pheasant feathers everywhere.
Right, yeah.
You know? You gotta do something with it. And one of the last, but...
Oh, geez.
The nice big tap and die set. But this one's nice. It's a gear wrench, or it's a Matco, but it's a lot like the gear wrench when we're at ratchets.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm not sure if it's rebranded or not, but it is absolutely nice to have. And the best thing is these are all 19 mil, so you can just throw a socket on it instead of going out buying the actual sockets that go to them.
Yeah.
And then going just from one side to the other, I got my trim tools.
Nice.
All my cleaners, my power probe. Now this side you got your Yamabond, silicone, anaerobic sealer. Any Loctite that you would like, pry bars down to my smaller lubricants like brake lubricants.
Yeah. All right, let's go to his main box here. So this is a Matco. Right?
Revel X, yeah.
Revel X.
Yeah, they actually stopped making these. They made them for a couple of years and they decided against it and went with just their normal 6 series.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for starters, I have a big old Snap-on one. Then up top, I got, I'm not sure if it, people know Snap-on.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of people think these things aren't the greatest thing to have. Doing custom work like what we do here, oh, we bring this thing out at least 3 times a day. The ratio right for fork seals. Starting with the scan tools real quick. I got this one called the Can Do. This one's actually geared directly towards power sports. This is power sports, marine, and even immobilizations for Harley Davidson or Indian, the newer ones that have the immobilization like what Honda has nowadays.
Oh, that's awesome.
And since we don't deal with a lot with cars here, but I still do anyway. Just a little Max Light.
Yeah.
Generic one just to do my research and everything. Cool. Yeah, this is a carb synchronizer, but this one's all electric. So you can turn it on and you just, you're trying to see, you'll see your RPMs and where each carburetor is sitting on vacuum. And you'll watch these things flicker and these things will go crazy. It looks like you're watching like a concert or something. When you watch it and if everything's where it should be or where you think it should be and you're still seeing something messing up, it'll actually tell you if there's a bad valve, a slight leaky valve, and all sorts of stuff. But this thing will get your carburetors, if it's a quad carb or what have you, it'll get these things purring like a kitten.
That's so cool.
Like, and they're expensive, but they're worth it. Yeah. To be honest with you.
Who makes that kit?
This is a Vacuum Mate all weather.
Nice.
So it's just one of those weird dying professions. Everything's been powered, lit up. Just my miscellaneous, sprays, butanes, and stuff of that nature.
So this back here is like the honeycomb thing. Does that mean so that you can stick those? Oh, that's just a magnetic area.
It can be either magnetic or all these ones that are just normal, not the Blue Point ones. They actually have these little fingers in there that goes down and hook into it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And much like the other drawer, this is the junk drawer. But it's an organized junk drawer. This drawer is actually meant for a laptop. There's actually a power deep in here. You got USB or 2 USBs and a 110. Nice. But I kind of use it to throw my small stuff into.
Oh, it locks too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the best part about it is you can take it, lock it, and then you have another little work spot.
Nice.
But top drawer's not so fancy right now because everything else is in the other drawer. But everything from my torque sticks to my flip sockets. And I got triple squares sitting in here. Nice. Almost never use them since they don't work on Volkswagen anymore.
Gotcha. One
of my favorite kits that I've ever bought. And Cornwall carries these, but they're half bit.
Oh wow, that'd be super shallow.
Yeah, so you can get in there really, really shallow wherever you want. Comes with your little adapter and everything else, but it's also dual. So you can put your bigger stuff or you can put your little quarter drive.
Yeah.
Then my ball torques that are just same brand, Vim.
Nice.
It's kind of a mess in here just because I don't really get into this box very often unless I need a 1/2 inch drive. Then here, think it's all 10s. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The fancy 10 kit.
That's awesome.
Those things come out every once in a while, and they're just kind of fun to have. One kit that I think nobody else you'll ever see will have is this. I bought it because I had to work on a 1970s MG midget. It took a very specific drain plug for the transmission. Well, I found, you know, Carlisle, Napa, they make a kit of every single drain plug that you can think of.
Wow, I've never seen anything close to like a triangle. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to figure out what that one goes to so I can work on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you get all sorts of weird 8s. There's a H12. There's another one that was a weird one. Yeah, the FS10, which is just, you know, 3/8 drive, you would think.
That's weird.
But it's not quite 3/8. 3/8 will float.
Huh.
And it kind of isn't the best until you figure out that you had it wrong.
Wow, that's wild.
Then the wrench drawer, your normal gear wrench. These things that everybody, I think every single person should own a set of these.
Wrenching offset, long panels.
Yeah,
awesome.
just that. Those XLs are where it's at.
Yeah.
The smallest wrench will go down to a 4.
Oh,
in case you got to work on some Hot Wheels or the boys' Tonka truck, you know. And then going from there, I got the plier, some of the plier drill, all the way down from my Welpers to the awesome PZ pliers.
awesome, man. Those are the
rip
big
off
daddy right
anything.
there.
These guys I got for mainly differentials for Can-Ams.
Those are made by Lang, is that right?
Yeah, these are just the Lang ones.
So are most of these like a certain brand, or do you just kind of go with?
All the orange would be Matco, and the red would be Mac. And you got your normal little snap ring plier set, which I have a set floating around the shop somewhere. Then I got my cracker wrenches. These are kind of nice to have when it comes to carburetors and stuff like that. And like, since this one's an 8mm, it can go in like that, and you can put on a quarter drive extension and use it as a big wrench.
Oh wow.
Or even if you're going recessed in there straight down like that, you can put something there, crack it like that.
Oh wow. Huh.
So those are real nice to have, real fancy. That's more for a power sports thing. On the swing arms on dirt bikes, they have little bearings, they got little bushings in them, oil seals, grease seals essentially, to keep dirt out. Those get worn over time, and you got to actually have a certain press tool to press them in and press them out.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, you'll sit there washing them with hammers and chisels, and you're just wallering out that sucker so bad. You're gonna be out $3,000 or something here soon trying to get a new swing arm. This is a BRP secondary roller remover and installer. So what you do is you'll put this guy through this horseshoe, and that guy, these little guys will thread in, and it pulls this pin out so you can change out a roller on the secondary on the Can-Ams.
Oh wow.
They all have to have their own specialty tools, and they all got to cost an arm and a leg.
Oh man.
Punches, because my first 5 years working as an automotive mechanic, I never used a punch.
Yeah.
Then I realized, oh yeah, it might be a good idea to actually have them. Then this guy is kind of my random-ish drawer, because I got my Harbor Freight poppers, hose picks, indexible pry bars, which are real nice to have, especially when it comes to working with power sports, because sometimes some of those stuff are just in the most worst angles.
Yeah, sure.
And this is actually for air-cooled Volkswagens.
Whoa.
To knock off the rear axle nut.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's the air-cooled Volkswagen flywheel locking tool.
So you used to work on a lot of Volkswagen?
I own a 67 Baja.
Oh, that's so cool.
Rebuilt the engine 3 times to the point where I'm sick and tired of it. This measures the end play of the flywheel. Those hold your lifters in place for when you're, because the heads, or since the case split.
Oh, okay.
When you put the other case on, you need to have almost looks like a hairpin to keep them in place. Then your standard GM battery service kits. I don't know why, but I ended up with 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
I think it's because this one had the puller. And I'm sure everybody probably owns those guys.
Yep.
Real nice to have. And block tester is just, I was doing block testing at my house, so the baster right there. Then your spring deals, because every single day is a spring problem.
Yep.
And even though I don't work on cars anymore, I've still got the Ecotech GM sprocket holder. Everybody always keeps their tools. And here, we got what everybody loves to have, gear wrench serpentine belt tool.
Good stuff.
Best one that you can buy on the market, I swear. And then working with power sports, everything that you do ends up being pop ripping in.
Huh.
So we ended up with a got the pop riveter. I got tool A pop riveter, plastic pop riveter. These guys, this is a real good, nice set to have to get into the collets of the bearings on the blind holes for the engine cases. Yeah, so I bought this one out of a whim, hoping it would work. Didn't work, but I don't have the heart to take tools back. Front end service kit.
Yeah, those puller snap-on, it gets expensive.
Oh yeah. And then torque wrench, torque wrench, torque wrench, torque wrench, torque wrench. Then this guy, just your average 4-wheel drive lock nut set. So all your common Ford, Chevy.
Oh yeah.
I'm missing the one that we usually use for the Chevys because I keep that down at the other shop when I work on fleet.
Oh, okay.
But then when you get into a hole, man, you kind of can't stop.
Yeah.
This is a low pressure fuel gauge or a vacuum gauge, so a lot with carburation and smaller engine type stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with that many inches of vacuum. This is a dial indicator. Yeah, and this one I bought it when I was building my Volkswagen motors just to measure my end plate for my flywheel and stuff.
Sweet, yeah.
And your standard double flare. And then your harmonic balancer puller. A lot of my tools I ended up taking home.
Nice.
And another thing that we do a lot here that I'm not sure a lot of other places do is rib nuts.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of times when we do skid plates, like what I'm gonna do in this Can-Am later, I can drill out every single rivet. I re-rib nut the entire thing, so it's easy to accessible.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's a pain, it's time consuming, but these things are awesome, and they make things look pretty darn clean. And then this is for the bad days. This is your, these are for your bad days that you have.
Oh, geez, yeah. That's a meaty set. Holy cow.
Yeah, this is the set for just stuff that you wish that you didn't come to work for. This is the pitman arm.
Sweet.
Little hooks. And down around here we got your just bolt grip set.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this drawer. Besides just unless you want to read about DOT inspections and state safety inspections. But then we go to my ugly air drawer, but everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
So dual chuck, these are heavy duty ones.
That's wild. I've never seen a chuck with like an instinct handle on it. It's cool.
That's the whole reason why I bought it, to be honest with you. Everybody else got the nice little small ones that were cheap. But all my carbides, which personally I'd go after these ones that are titanium.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And all of them have lifetime warranty.
Oh, nice.
Gotta love Mac. Then there's the Matco ones, which has slightly different sizes and slightly different styles.
Yeah.
The good old Matco gun.
Oh, yeah.
Brand new one. Then the good old trusty snap-on heavy duty hammer.
Nice.
This guy I bought just when I was doing my own sandblasting on my motorcycle to paint it. But this guy never gets used. Sometimes it makes you question life over time. Then in here I moved some of the stuff. I got my nut drivers, I got my bore brushes, snap-on. This is actually their type of carburetor tool in a sense.
Huh.
And you can put your little clutch bits on it if you're working on, what is it, I think it's Rochester or Elbrock, one of the two. But not quite the 90 degree that Motion Pro can do.
Yeah.
But it's good on them that they actually make something. This is from way back in the days of the Chevys.
Oh, okay.
And this is also another carb tool. It's even made by Kent Moore.
Nice.
Which I think the bits, some of the bits for them are in here, if I remember right. Yeah, right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is more old school, the old school that you accumulate over time. Mini screwdriver. This ugly side is everybody's favorite drawer. The electrical drawer.
Awesome.
Complete with this guy. This guy's actually kind of cool.
What's that?
This is a bore scope.
Oh, sweet.
But with this bore scope, to be honest with you, it works a lot better than the ones you can get on the tool trucks.
Huh.
For something being from Amazon, you can see pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, and then you click it, and I got one side on that side with the light, and now I got the opposite side with the light. So in turn, you can get 3 different views while you're going down into a cylinder, while you're in an intake or anything like that.
Cool.
Camera on this side, on that side.
Oh, that is
and
cool.
that side. This is the amp probe that I actually got this for free. But then in here you got, you know, your terminal files, your crimpers. I can't afford a Fluke yet, but I'm gonna get one day.
Dude, that's
Then your standard test light, that probe set, and then I got the older version Snap-on butane soldering gun.
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy somebody showed it because
Yeah.
I love this thing. This thing is probably one of my favorite tools when it comes to ACU.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Then this is kind of my random-ish drawer because I got my hole saws, my bits. When you're tearing down carburetors or heads or something like that, I like to punch them and mark them to make sure I know this is A, this is B.
Yeah.
Or, you know, this is number 1 cylinder, this is number 2.
Nice.
The nice little Matco extractors.
Nice.
And then even more extractors. Your brake tool, the spin-in brake style. Never trust these things.
Oh, garbage.
Unless you want busted knuckles.
Yep.
And the impact driver, Snap-on one, which I'm sorry, but I had to go with it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hood pop, wipers. For the big guys, for the smaller ones. And then we got power drawer,
Oh, sweet.
which I have a flashlight problem.
Oh,
I'm still missing like 8. But no, I usually keep a small jump box in here, the ones for like motorcycles, dirt bikes, stuff,
okay.
for the smaller engines. Angle drill, which will save you so much time and effort when it comes to a lot of stuff. The 3/8 drill, this is just a spare that I keep around. But everything fits, everything charges so far until I start buying more tools again.
So did you buy the Milwaukee stuff after the Snap-on? Or yeah.
Yeah, I started building the Milwaukee stuff after the Snap-on stuff. I started seeing what Milwaukee can do and all the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And all the different platforms they have, which is just so much, it's unreal. Now this drawer's kind of just easy going. Runs all my power, same my little dude up there. And then your normal silver line and coolant pressure tester with the smaller cap, but easy one that everybody sells, virtually almost the same thing.
Yeah.
This guy, I haven't seen on his tool truck, but I've seen him through like Parts Unlimited. I find it easier than the other ones that I've seen, but for, well, I think I paid 30 bucks for it. Then basic fuel injection kit, and then the things that everybody likes to curse at. This guy I haven't used yet. He actually came with it for free with the drill pump. One style that I'm gonna get. So, leak down tester.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm gonna end up buying with leak down detection would be the 2-stroke leak down detector. And then everybody has one of these, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, that's a sweet set.
a nice little compression gauge set. But this thing's given us plenty of work. It saved our butts plenty of time, to be honest with you. A lot of the tools in a nutshell almost, except for one of the big maintenance tools. This guy right here. This is our number 1 thing to freeze bearings so we can put them inside engine cases.
Yeah, okay.
That's the number 1 deal right there.
Nice. That's it today. Thank you so much, Chris.
Oh, yeah, not a problem,
Seriously,
not a problem.
Thank you so much for showing me your box. That's awesome.
Wish I had a little bit more to show you on it, but...
No, that's freaking sweet. Really loved it. Hope you guys liked it. Until the next one, we'll see you